friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to a flip through. This is July of 2022. I swear I have filmed this. Yeah, but I can't find it. And so I don't know. I apologize. I think I'm late on this, and I thought I had it posted for you guys. So we're going to film it. We're going to film it now and see where we're at. So I did Junk Journal July this year. Now, in the past, I've done Junk Journal July, but I've had two separate journals. So I've had my Creative Daily Journal or my fauxbonichi, and I've had a Junk Journal July. I knew I did not have that capacity this year, and so I tossed it all into one. So this is my July Creative Daily Junk Journal, fauxbonichi / dump stuff in here journal. Okay, so here we go. I believe we made this together on a live. It is a handmade journal. It has one ginormous signature in it, which is pretty yummy. And the front is a calendar. I think that I bought, it might have been Happy Mail. So let's do this. Yeah. Okay. So let me make sure I have you. It is not super happy to stay. I'll get you in a little bit closer. Well, that's about as good as it's going to get. It doesn't necessarily sit super flat. You can see. Now, part of that is just, what did we make this out of? I think this is out of, I don't even remember, you guys. Oh, I do. This is out of a old envelope, like a cardboard mailing envelope. Okay. And then put stuff on the back. I know this is a nautical map. And then on the inside, I put some collage papers to kind of, thicken it up a little bit. So it's pretty sturdy. Okay. Being that it's so sturdy, it kind of has a mind of its own and doesn't necessarily want to do what I want it to do all the time. Hold on for just a minute and let me wrap my cord around here so it will be out of my way as much as possible. Okay, here we go. So on the front, I went ahead and put this little tiny picture of the Junk Journal July prompts. They are from @MegJournals, and I know I posted it on Instagram as well. I did go ahead and check off the ones I did. There are, I think, 2 or 3 I did not do. Well, I see I see 3. So the 24th was paint splatters, the 27th was stripped back, and the 31st was farewell. I don't know if I did it or not. We'll see. Here's a pocket I made. This is out of a, I guess a cookie or a muffin bag, I guess, from McDonald's that I had ordered. So I used that as the pocket in the front of my journal to, hold things I know I'm going to use that month. This is from Pam. These, there's a set of 4 of these, I believe. Beautiful lifeguard pictures. They are from what magazine? I don't remember, like one of the paper magazines or paper books or something. I absolutely love them. This is how I view summer, is on the beach by the lifeguard towers. That's just how I grew up. That is what I remember. That is my life. It is no longer my life as we live in Washington State, but this is how I view July for sure. So, and then I just cut out things like that. This is a tab from a Happy Planner calendar that I cut out. A piece of a cookbook that I obviously just cut out and then did some little bit of color on. This was a giant thing that said sparkle in a scrapbook paper. And so you all know how much I love to sparkle. My page is up and I thought no better month than, July. And then this is like some added nail polish, sparkle nail polish and all that kind of stuff. So I added that there. And then here is my calendar for the month. You guys, look at it. I'm way happier with it. I'm learning. So that was kind of fun. I do like the calendar in the front. There's no journaling on it at all. It's just little snippets that relate to that day somehow. And I'm really enjoying it. It's a little bit of a challenge for me. I'm not going to lie. And Like being that I don't necessarily know what every single sticker means. I know exactly what that banana sticker means. Like I have a memory. I know exactly what it means, right? I could probably like figure it out, but there's probably something on the page, right, that relates to it. So I'm super happy with this. I'm really enjoying it. I'm also enjoying it because it's a challenge for me and it's pushing me creatively, right? Okay. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm doing it again in August. I'm going to keep doing it. So that's definitely inspiration I have gotten from you guys. All right, here we go. So the 1st of July was a Friday, and obviously got my lashes done. Junk Journal July, decided to incorporate it into this journal. Not a lot going on. The prompt for today was begin. And so I just printed out like a quote. Had a good workout. My daughter and her boyfriend went to see the new Minion movie this day. And that's like it. I mean, not a lot. Easy page. Okay. And then this word is a word printable from who? Maybe Pam, maybe Courtney Diaz. I'm not 100% sure. But again, that was the word, the prompt for the day. Okay. Number 2 is Saturday. Did a live today, obviously. Super fun. This is a beautiful girl from Brooke. And I love doing the lives, you guys. I'm still blown away, honestly, by it because it allows like so many people to connect and know each other and chat and whatever that we never would have met if it weren't for this kind of like commonality in crafting and creativity that we have and this amazing community that we have. So I always get off of a live and I'm just like so blessed and I'm just like, that's so amazing. Like I just talk to people on the other side of the world. So or on the other side of our country, or, we share jokes with people, or I think on this live, maybe on another one, I met one of you from my old hometown in California, like crazy. So anyway, that's that. This is a day I was home. My family went to the boat, and I'm trying to think why I didn't go, but I didn't. And that was the plan, and that's fine. So here's my son. That's not even true. Okay, I have the trips mixed up. This is my son up with his girlfriend at their house. I was like, this does not flow in my memory. So, okay, that's why. So this is them skiing up at their beach house with his girlfriend's family. And then my husband saw this beautiful deer family in our backyard. And it was a mama and whatever. But then he got a real close-up of the little baby doe. And she's so precious. And she was just there. So the prompt for today was reuse or something. I guess I could go through them and tell you reinvent. And so these are, I did my printables on plastic transparencies. Some of y'all are old enough to know what I'm talking about. So the teacher used to have this big projector thing and they'd put the transparencies on there and it would show up on the screen for us. So I did a bunch of printables on there and then I Mod Podged over that. So I thought that was fun. So that's how I reinvented that. Okay. The third is Sunday, obviously. Oh, we went to a new church. Let's see. My daughter and I grabbed sandwiches on the way home. My husband and I shared one. He watched racing and the Tour de France. And then my daughter went out tonight, with her best friend to say goodbye. Yeah. Okay. And then this, let's see, it's probably layered tag. Layered tag it is for the win. So I made this tag. Obviously I had, I have a bunch of tags and I just layered them up. And then I did some journaling on the back. So my husband worked most of the day on the back deck. And then my boy is still at the beach house. And oh my gosh, that's so funny. It's July 3rd. They're there for the whole holiday weekend. And they had gone up, I think, Friday. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So he called and he's like, Mom, can you please send my rain jacket? His girlfriend had to come home to work. And so he actually stayed up there with her family. She drove home and worked for the day. And then we we sent a rain jacket out because it was pouring rain. So I don't know if you can tell. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not amazing weather. They weren't having amazing weather. It was warm enough, and then this day it was pouring. So he's like, could you please send a rain jacket? So anyway, just so funny. My daughter is working on all of her thank yous from graduation. I still needed to do some of mine. All right. The next day is 4th of July, and what a fun day. We did absolutely nothing. My husband and I stayed home. The kids, my son and his girlfriend were out at their beach house. He's still gone for the weekend. My daughter went to like an all-day beach party at like literally across from us. Like we can pretty much see the house she was at because they're across the water from us. And they invited many of the seniors class over with, for the day, like starting at 10 or 11 in the morning, I think. And they had the best day. They barbecued and played games and went out on the water and just had a great day. And then obviously, excuse me, stayed for fireworks. Okay, the prompt today is transparency. And so I used this, I don't know if you can see, this is like a plastic cover. It came from makeup or something. I'm not even too sure, but I just used the whole thing and tipped it in because it's transparent, right? And so I just used that whole thing as the tip in. And then, I put the sad eye that's crying. I think I want to glue this down a little bit, even though I'm not too sure. It's getting a little, you can see already. Yeah, there was, of course, a shooting today, and it just, I'm so over this. It makes me boil in my core with anger. Anyway, and then here, so that's what this is about. And then here I just put, it's a quiet day at home. I got to craft and watch shows, and then like what the kids did, like super simple page. We didn't really do anything. We watched fireworks from our deck. They're beautiful. They're like right out there. But we did nothing. All right. July the 5th. Let's see. I think it's envelope or fold out. So here is what, I wrote right here, fold out. I had this envelope. I did this. It's super simple, you guys. I know if you watch again, some of the other, videos and people are so creative. I'm literally like using the prompt, finding something that relates and sticking it in my journal. So that was that. I obviously picked up my prescriptions today. Oh, that reminds me. I have to pick up my prescriptions today. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to take this ring off and switch it over here, and that will remind me that I have to do that. Okay. Woo, squirrel. Sorry. Little thing that just said that's enough. Oh, it says do what you can do. That's enough. I picked up tacos on the way home. We have a new taco store. It's called Tacos Tijuana. I don't think we'll be back. It was good. It's supposed to be California style tacos, which of course I was in there, right? Because that's something we miss very much about living up here is the food that we had in California. And so, but it was ridiculously expensive. Like, I can't explain it. We were gushing money this month for food, like because we had people and we had this and we had celebrations and we had whatever, and it's like literally every meal is $100. I don't care where we go. It was insane, and I don't know. We'll see. We may go back. Just my husband and I try it one more time, but all right, the 6th. So for July, I became a Patreon of Jenny May June, and look at this sweet little girl. She won me over this month because her artwork is so amazing. Now, these colors are not my normal go-to, as y'all know, but she had like a sailor this month and a captain and oh my gosh, so talented. So I will list her below. Please go make sure you check her out. I put crazy regular day. These are the days I will miss the most. My husband and I worked, my son too. My daughter went and picked up, Gigi from the airport, and then they went to the market. So Gigi was just here for graduation, and now she came back for just a visit with just them, just us, before everything changes, right? I'm pretty sure this is my prompt. It must be what? Symmetry. Symmetry. So I think like the dots and stuff. This night we had a pizza dinner for my daughter and her friends. It was such a hoot. Why do I not have a piece of pizza on here? We need a piece of pizza on here. We hosted a goodbye dinner to say goodbye to Rue, and it was amazing. These children are amazing, and I just loved hanging out with them. And yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to be included, right? We're blessed to be able to host and have them over. And I found this little quote, and it says, "Family isn't always blood. It's the people in your life who want you in theirs, the ones who accept you for who you are, the ones who would do anything to see you smile, and who love you no matter what." And these little friends, I was literally crying so hard when they said goodbye. I mean, two of these she only met in senior year, really, right? They've known each other, but they became friends. Two of them have been to every single thing since we moved here 7 years ago. And they met like the first day of school when Ruth started school. So it's just so sweet. And I'm just so blessed that, my children have these amazing people in their life. All right. The 7th is I went to work. Well, I went in a little late. I got the housekeeper started here. The house cleaning crew came because it's been a whirlwind to say the least, rather. I'm trying to see what the prompt is. Oh, it's a bouquet. So this is a page I made with you guys. These are my die cuts that I'm in love with. And so I put a few behind to kind of bring in color. And then I did put this black and white flowers on top for that. Gigi's here. We got to celebrate her birthday, which was super fun because we're not usually together. And so this was a card envelope I had, but then I just used it to put the journaling in here. We went out to dinner. They had these little raffle lotto. I don't know. It's like a type of gambling. I don't even know. I've never seen them before. They're these little pull tab things. It was fun. And then I just put some journaling on here about the day, right? About like dinner and whatever. And then her favorite ice cream is Cherry Garcia. So we went to Ben and Jerry's and got Cherry Garcia. She used to always get that. Gigi's so sweet. She took, when my children were little, she used to take them for the weekend, once a month or, something like that. And then as they got a little bit older, she was like, we need to separate them up and like each have their own, because it was a little bit like Gigi, and so they would go for their own overnight. And oh my gosh, it was like their best. They were so happy. So they each have their own memories with her, but they used to go and get the little tiny thing of like Ben and Jerry's, like the little, whatever the smallest little thing is. And like, oh my gosh, so sweet. So anyway, we got Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia. And then this was the day. I don't know why it was this day. I have to really think, but it was very significant. Rue had gotten me a University of Montana mom sticker for my car for Mother's Day in May. And she was kind of giving me a hard time. Like, how come you don't want my sticker on your car? Because I have one for my son in his school, right? And I'm like, well, you're not done with high school yet, like, right? And there was a few little jokes that went along with that. And anyway, so for whatever reason, today was the day. So we took off this sticker from my car and cleaned off my window and whatever. And then she helped me put this on her car. And then we put the license plate frame on her car. And then she and Gigi got sandwiches, brought them back. I went to work. So that was like all in the morning. This was night. Whatever. Okay. This is the day. Okay. So the 8th is Friday. So today is a good day for a good day. I went to the gym this morning because I know that's the best way for me to start my day well, right? I know that's the best way for me to get on board and like my blood pressure's good, like everything. It's the best way physically, emotionally, and mentally, right? So I had to go to the gym, do that first. Then we had an 8 o'clock with her orthopedic. And this is the day literally that we've been waiting on. if she's going to need surgery or not. And so, although he was not like magically pleased with the healing of the bone, he said it had healed like enough to warrant not, like literally the Y in the road, to warrant not doing surgery at this point and to start PT. Okay, so we had jokingly brought him some donuts in case it was good news, because we heard he was like a donut guy, which is so funny because they're total health nuts. But so we had brought 3 donuts for him and his team, and from this gourmet shishi donut store. But anyway, so they cleared her for PT and they made her an appointment at 11:45. I mean, it was like, you're going to start right now. Let's go. So I put today was the day. Rue was cleared for PT. Thank you, God. Yeah. It's not as healed as he was like, but as he would like, but yeah. So holy cow. Thank goodness for that. And then she and Gigi and I actually went shopping for a while to get some school stuff. And then I took her back to PT. Then that night, she and her friends had date night and they went to putt-putt golf. And so here is the card and the scorecard from putt-putt golf and some pictures on there. And then I had a hair appointment and just like healing, right? She does Reiki healing while she does hair. And anyway, just so blessed to have her. And we had amazing conversation and just loved it. So Rue and I went to a quick run to Goodwill, it looks like. And then we just, we had lots of talks about dreamings and future and vision, like all this sort of good stuff. It's just amazing. So this is a little piece of tape that I made that I've showed you guys a couple times. Just put it on there for decoration. And then I ordered Chinese and my husband picked it up on his way home. And then here are some of the fortunes. Well, here's 4 of the fortunes and there's one more, but I think I put it on the next page. So yeah, so that was a really good energy day. This beautiful hand, I think is from Pam. That's from Pam. These numbers I made. Okay, so the next day, oh yeah, so here's one of the fortunes. Oh my gosh. Oh, what was the prompt? Let's see. I got a little off track. I'm so sorry. The 8th. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's go back really quick. Okay, this one was symmetry, so I used the circles. This one was bouquet. The 8th, after bouquet, wallpaper. Oh, I had chosen this little piece of paper, patterned paper, to represent wallpaper. Okay, easy. All right, the next one is clashing patterns. Now, I had already had this doodle page behind here, and so I had chosen this doodle page, which is like kind of waves and water. I was actually going to cover this whole page, but clashing patterns was the prompt. And so I just laid it over because these colors were already here in the background. Anyway, so it looks pretty chaotic, but that's, I guess, with intention. So Gigi and my kids went to the river, to the lake this day with her son, and we're out on the boat. I spent the afternoon at work. This is the day I was thinking of. I spent the afternoon at work. We had to move offices. And so we spent the day moving. Yeah. So that's my face. And then, yeah. So super cool pictures. Rue cannot, because she was cleared for PT, she was cleared to even ride in the boat, but she absolutely may not surf or do any of that yet. So she was kind of bummed, but it's okay. It's better than it was because this whole time she hasn't even been out on a boat. So it's been a unbelievable year, to say the least. All right. The 10th is what? Time out. So, oh, see right here. Time out was the quote, and it says, taking a moment for myself. Now, these are from Loveland's Life. These are her monthly Patreon, but she collaborated with a artist to do these. And so, yeah. So I thought that was fun. So we did another live today, you guys. This was super fun. This is a quote. I think this was from Happy Mail from Sweet Melissa. And then, yeah, I just love it, you guys. I do. I love hanging out with you guys so much. And then, so my daughter spent the day with her friends. She went to a goodbye service at church and like a whole bunch of stuff. Everyone's leaving, right? And so they're having all these kind of events. My son and Gigi hit the lake again. And then they came home, and Gigi has, again, when she watched my children as babies, literally their whole life, they've had this special noodle dinner that she made. And the funny part is she doesn't know where she got the recipe. Like, she remembers it always. But she and her brother, my husband's dad, don't remember having it. It's just crazy. But anyway, it is absolutely a tradition, and it's absolutely a dish that's so easy to make, but nobody can make it like Gigi. Like, my children are like, it doesn't taste the same, and whatever. So every time she's here, she graciously volunteers to make it for them. And it's an amazing memory. So we had that for dinner. And my husband has some major contract stuff happening at work, so he's pretty excited about that. So yeah, just like a fun Sunday, just relaxing and family time and good dinner memories. And gosh, isn't that what life is? I mean, I don't know. This is kind of an amazing day, like friends and family, and just so blessed. So super excited. All right, Monday, I put, oh, what a morning. Oh my gosh, this was nuts, you guys. So I was driving to the gym. I timed my drive like up to the last 2 minutes, right? I'm hauling into that parking lot, and and we live out a little bit away from things on like 2-lane roads, not dirt, but like paved roads, but not, I think I passed like 2 lights on the way to the gym. Like, it's okay. There's like an abandoned car in the lane, in the street. And so I get out and I'm going to push it out of the way. Right. And cause I feel like maybe the parking brake fell off or something, and it kind of rolled backwards into the street is what I'm looking at. Cause there's like a driveway up to a hill house, I don't know, but we can't leave it in the middle of the street. So I pull over, put my hazards on. I go out in the middle of the street. I start waving people. A couple cars drive by me. I'm like, thanks. And then the next car gets out, and he's this guy, and he's like, are you going to push it? I was like, yeah, it's not my car, obviously, but it's in the middle of the road and no one's here. And he's like, have you called the police? I was like, no, I was going to push it to the side first. He's like, don't touch the car. We should call the police. I'm like, okay. And he's like, is there someone in the car? And I kind of looked, and it looks like kind of sketchy. I was like, no, there's no one in the car that I can see. He's like, don't touch the car. Let's call the police. So I don't know who he was, but he made a phone call, and I kid you not. Well, I mean, I heard him on the phone call, so I guess he just called 911 or whatever, but I kid you not, in like 3 minutes. So in that 3 minutes, I'm like directing traffic. We're trying to like get people, because it's, whatever, morning. There's like some big black SUV with undercover lights and whatever. And I swear, not a SWAT guy, but like an undercover police officer there in like 3 minutes. Okay. With like the vest on and the gun on his thigh. And like, I was like, oh my gosh. And he like does whatever and tapes off the car. And apparently it's some like meth drug thing happening. There was something happening in the town over. I don't even know. But I was like, what is going on? And he very quickly dismissed me. He said, thank you, ma'am, very much for trying to help. We'll take it from here. I said, 10-4, good buddy. And I was on my way. So I hauled off to the gym, and I was like, blah, 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 trying to explain it as I ran in. I'm like, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late. There was a meth car in the middle of the road. And they're like, oh my God, Allison. So anyway, that was how I started my day. My boy, I don't know. They all make eggs in the morning. So I think I put that there for a reason. I'm not too sure. But anyway, hilarious. I signed up for a new challenge just online. Like, I like to do those little 7-day challenges or whatever it is. Oh my goodness, excuse me. And the burpee, this one was a burpee challenge. So it was a weekly burpee challenge. And then you obviously broke it down into the day. And I didn't watch the stupid thing till like 4:00 in the afternoon, which means I didn't get to do it until nighttime. And so it was 60 burpees. It's 60 burpees a day is what it breaks down to if you do the week's worth. Anyway, he obviously was like break them up throughout your day, do 10 at a time or do whatever. And I was like, well, I don't have any time left. And so I was telling my son, I was like, dude, I have 60 burpees to do. I'm like, come join me. He's like, okay. And so he starts, his girlfriend's counting. I was dying. He like did not make 60. Oh my God, I was cracking up. So this is a picture after, because I was just like, let's not do that again. Let's break those up for the rest of the week. This is the day Gigi took my kids to ice cream at 31 Flavors. We don't have one. It's kind of far. But anyway, this has been a tradition since the kids were little, when they got their report cards, because they've always celebrated that. And it's an honor. And she has treated them to an ice cream when they got it. So obviously report cards came out a while ago because this is July, but she treated them to their traditional ice cream. It's grown as they have grown. It used to be, I think, like a scoop, and then it was a sundae that they split, and then you can see, I think here, they all have their own sundae. Anyway, so they had a good time. I guess, this is the day that Shelby and Gigi and I went shopping for school stuff. Anyway, just so sweet. I just love them. But the sweetest thing is sometimes when they get their report cards at school, like in the middle of the year or whatever, they'll go get an ice cream at 31 Flavors and then text her. Oh my gosh. Is that not the best? Oh. Okay. And then I was watching this show, you guys, Stay Sweet on Netflix. OMG. OMG. Okay. All right. So the 12th is Tuesday. This is where the banana sticker is. I ate the stupid banana that my son has been complaining about. I was going to send him a pic, but I just couldn't. And like cry face laughing because he'd just been complaining about this banana. I leave it out probably too long, whatever. I don't care. And then I put it in the fridge. They turn black on the outside, not whatever, right? He's like, Mom, you got to get rid of this banana. It's gross. And I was like, dude, it's fine. Just toss it in the fridge. I'll eat it tomorrow. I promise. So he left for work. I peeled the banana and I was about to drop it into the blender. And I was like, I'm going to take a picture and say, haha, like I'm eating the banana, just so you know. And I took more than one picture too, you guys. I tried, but I could not send him the picture of the banana. There was no way I was going to send him this picture. It did not look appropriate. I could not send him the picture of this poor banana in my hand. So anyway, that's the memory of it. I did text him and tell him, but I didn't send the picture. I went to work. My Ruru took Gigi to the airport. We said goodbye, and we're just so blessed that she got to have some time with the kids here. So we came home that night. My husband and I had invited my daughter's son's parents over for a barbecue. We had a great barbecue. We had a major miscommunication on what to bring, and I felt horrible. And I think I made this page with you guys. I've already told the story, but I felt so embarrassed because she thought I had asked her to bring like stuff, and I had meant by my text, no, don't bring any of it. Like it's all taken care of. And oh gosh, it's the typical story of like how texts are miscommunicated. And I felt so embarrassed because anyway, I desperately wanted just to treat them to a dinner at our house as a thank you. And like whatever, we had a gift for them and everything. But anyway, so that is this. Now, this prompt, I haven't been doing the prompts, you guys. I'm so sorry. It just wasn't. The 11th was fussy cutting. So, I think I fussy cut these flowers. Oh, that's not even the right day. Fussy cutting. Maybe I fussy cut these. Okay, the 12th was dyed. So I think I used this as dyed. Ironically, this paper is technically dyed, which was the actual book paper. And then I used this dyed paper, this dyed comp book paper behind it as well. All right. The 13th, I'm sure, is reflection. Oh, it's mirrored. So I had this from packaging and makeup. And so, when it said mirrored, obviously you could do two things that mirror each other, but I thought of reflection. And so I'm sorry if there's a glare. And then I put like a quote that I really like, and it says, your life is a reflection of your thoughts. If you change your thinking, you'll change your life. And I absolutely love that. So This is just a little like funny sticker to remind me my husband was cleaning out my daughter's car today. And I don't know, they must have gotten coffee or something. I can't remember. But this is the night we had our family goodbye. This is the night. And it has just been a tradition that we go to sushi at our little restaurant here in town. We just love it. And I have these pictures from almost every goodbye because my husband and I always sit across from the kids, and I just, my heart, it's my heart walking outside of my body right here. So I just love it. So, but really good sushi. And then I don't know what the thing is. Let's see. It is nature. No, it's mirrored. Sorry, it's this. I don't know why I have the, oh, I do know. Oh gosh. Okay. Full moon. This is like a telescope thing or something. I realized, this is why I realized after I glued it in the dang book, it's upside down. So this is actually the wheels. And then this is the telescope thing that like, yeah, it's me. So it is what it is. These are from Pam. Full moon tonight. Beautiful full moon. And I want to say it was pink, which we always call a Shelby moon in our house because my little Rue was born on a full, bright pink moon night as we drove to the hospital down this straight freeway that there was no cars in the middle of the night and this beautiful moon in the sky. It was stunning. And so, yeah, like emotional, like moon energy around my baby, right? And leaving. So love that. So that was a beautiful day. And then this is the day that my Ruru left for school. So I just put, she drove off to college. I went to work. I came home midday. I was supposed to get off at like noon and stay home. Like I was going to finish up and help her pack and all that. Well, earlier than that, like 11. Anyway, mid-morning. I ended up having to go back to work, which is not probably my best choice, but it is what it is. But anyway, so she was packing. I helped her finish packing, and we just sat and talked a little bit and hugged and cried and, and then she drove off by herself to college, and here she is. And I just love on her so much. And this was a little notification I got on my phone. And look at the time, you guys. Look at the time. So, anyway, yeah, kind of crazy. She made it to Pullman to see her best friend at the Washington State University. So that's about halfway to where she's going. So she stayed overnight. She actually met up with another teammate there. So they all play soccer. And the other little teammate that they met up with, Shelby played soccer with in California when she was 9. They used to play on the same club team. And now she is going to play at the Washington State University with her best friend. Like crazy. So they all hung out and got ice cream and sent me that picture because they're good babies. I had texted my husband, or we had talked about it before, and I was just like, hey, can you and I just have a night, right? This is an emotional night for me. I knew I was going to be kind of a mess. And so he was like, absolutely. We were just going to go grab like a beer at our little thing down the street. And I was like, I just don't really feel like that. Can we just do something really casual at home or whatever? And I came home and my sweet husband had gotten home before me and set up like the sweetest thing, like charcuterie board on our wedding platter. Like, oh my God, I love him so much. And it had like different beers and he had like, just so sweet. He's just so sweet. And so I just put, we're going to be okay. We planned a simple date night to meet for a beer. I asked if we could stay home and then he did this and just, so he had bought this Tennessee honey drinks or whatever. Not my jam. I had my beer, but we tried it just because it reminds us of our Rue and, crying. Okay. The prompt for today was nature. And so this was from Pam. This was a sticker I had, and these were tattoos. And so I just put them down as kind of a border because that's where my girl's headed. She's headed to the mountains in Montana. So, yeah. So there's a picture of us just at the table. It was too hot to go outside. yeah. So fun page. All right. The 15th is where we're going to end. We will do this page, but I just took like some of the stuff off of like all the mail and all that kind of stuff. So she woke up this morning, drove from the rest of Washington into Montana. The prompt is texture, if I remember. Yes, the prompt today is texture. Okay. So this is actually glitter nail polish that I had put on some clear sticker paper, and I just cut it into strips. So it creates texture here. And then this paper behind here, you guys, is so cool. This is actually from Carrie, and it's actually red. It's dyed with red dirt, which I think is so freaking cool. I purposely made it on this page because I knew my little girl was going to be in Montana. And although it's not red dirt from Montana, it reminds me very much of that. So I put that there. So I just kind of used it with all of this. And then it is a Friday, and I had an amazing, I had a great breakfast with actually my hairdresser. She had invited me out and said, girl, let's go meet. You're going to need, and we sat for hours and just talked over coffee, and it was just good for my soul. And then I was like, well, I'm not going home because I'm sad. And so I'm going to go shopping. And I'm not a big shopper, you guys. I'm super cheap, which is the super funny thing. So I'm not going to like Macy's and Nordstrom shopping or wherever else, right? No, I'm going to the thrift store. And so I went and hit the thrift stores, and I went shopping, and I showed you I showed you the haul. So my husband had a short day at work, but he actually stayed and worked more on the shuttle bus. This is actually texture here also. This is corrugated cardboard that I put behind here. And then I just put a sticker that says be brave and some little quotes. It says the best version of you at University of Montana. And then, so she made it. She drove herself out there. This is the little house that she was staying in, that she got assigned to stay in with some roommates that she was assigned to off the team. And yeah, super cool. And then I have a little note in here. It says the boy hung out and went, he went running and then out to eat with his girlfriend and then over to their other friends for the night. So this is glitter nail polish again. I just cut it into hearts for more texture. It's kind of fun just to touch it. So that's halfway through the month, you guys. We will leave it with this beautiful page. That's just like a hot mess. This is pretty much what I was looking like this day as well. Like this is my brain this day. It's like, oh my gosh, please bless this child as she like goes out into the world and does her thing. And she's so freaking brave. Like she drove herself to Montana. She checked herself into the house that, she's staying at. And I'm impressed with her courage every single day. So anyway, we will leave you here. That is halfway through Junk Journal July in my creative daily journal, or my fauxbonichi, which is also a junk journal. So, all right, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you've enjoyed kind of flipping through the pages or whatever. I always love your flip throughs. I always am inspired by you. So I appreciate you sharing your journey as well. I hope you're continuing to journal and, find ways to document your days. And I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care. Bye.